What up, y'all? It's Conkel, Props and Cosplay. I've been told that a lot of people actually want to see videos on how I make these things. And whoops. And oh, there it goes. All right. But this Navy suit back here, I sold my original helmet, and now I have a Navy screen use suit. So that's what we're going to be making today, is the helmet for that thing. So stay tuned. All right, so I've already done a little bit on this, but typically, first I either sand with 80 grit and then put this stuff on, but this stuff is just Bondo glazing putty and acetone, and I just brush it on, brush it all over. I'm working on the Dino Thunder Black too, and then we sand it down with 220, filler primer, all that kind of stuff. So let's get to it. After 3 coats of priming and Bondo, all the layer lines are gone. The only ones that are probably still going to be there are the ones in the emblem, just because those are really hard to get out with that beetle right there. And then in between those, because you can't really get sandpaper in there, just gonna put a little bit of spot stuff on to cover up stuff like that, and wet sand, and then we'll start the painting process. Alright, y'all, this is going to be the paint that I'm using. I think it looks the most like it. I bet on camera it kind of looks a little purple, but no, this is the perfect color for the Navy Thunder Ranger. Alright guys, finally got this thing masked off as well as I can. Gonna smooth down a couple of spots, and then finally get gold on here after so many times of this blue running, even though it's satin. But the weather here has sucked, so let's get going. Alright guys, I'm gonna do the inlays on this with a paint marker. I got it at Hobby Lobby. Let me see. This is what it's called. Yeah, this egg looks really good with the Thunder Rangers. Do some touch-ups. I'll do that off camera. Then clear coat this thing and then put it on that screen use. Sorry guys, I forgot to film the first coat, but I'm currently clear coating this thing with Duplicolor 1K clear, and I will show you the rest of it, and I'll explain
little bit how I do it. First you do a dust coat, let it sit for about 10 minutes, do a second coat, which is a tiny bit heavier, and then I like to do a third coat just to be completely safe. That's even heavier, but make sure you have 10 to 15 minutes in between or else you will get a run. All right, so this thing's all cleared up. Normally I'd make a template for my visor material, which is, for this one, it's gonna be a welding mask. A lot of the other time it's like vacuum forming plastic. That's a lot thinner and easier to form, but this one's basically just a bar straight across, so it doesn't bother me that much. So we're gonna get the visor in, and I don't know if I'm gonna do magnets as of right now, just because it's gonna be sitting on a mannequin, so it doesn't really need to go anywhere. But yeah. All right, this thing is done. Well, there's some hot glue left. I'll get that off in a second. What are you? You're just caked on there now. So there are a couple of spots that I wish I did better, like clear coat right there. Noticing that before I did clear coat. But I'm human. There's like some gold speckle under here where I missed, but I'm happy with it. Much better than my last one. Has a lot more detail with this bronze inlay where the other one didn't have it. But let's put it on the mannequin and see how it looks. All right. I think color worked pretty dang good. Definitely need to... This is just more nitpicky on the suit part, but I need to finish, or I need to redo the shoulders, need to make the belt, got the gloves, need to get some boots for it. But other than that, for display purposes, even for cosplay, I am happy with how that turned out. It's a little bit big on the mannequin, but say if I wanted to cosplay Navy Thunder in the future, I got a helmet that'll fit my head. So, but all right, this thing is done. So if y'all want to see more of this, make sure to go follow me on TikTok. I'll link it down in the description. If y'all want to see more of this on here, like, subscribe, leave comments about what you want to see next. I got a couple in the works, like Omega Ranger, Gokai Red, Blue, Elephant Ranger, all that kind of stuff. I got a Mandalorian helmet going. So just, yeah, just type down in those comments what you want to see, and I will get to it as soon as I can. These things take about 2 weeks to make. So, yeah. Thanks for watching, guys.